then the recording, the Zoom recording, and then the introductory video, and then Amanda will speak.
Hello and welcome everyone. Namaste, assalamu alaikum, good evening, good night or good morning to all of you. We are pleased to have people in this meeting from all parts of the world, from different time zones. I am Amanda van der Helm. I was born in England, but I stayed with my family in St. Lucia when I was younger. I'm a postgraduate student at the Royal College of Art in London, studying towards my Masters in Fine Art. This is the 230th edition of our ICC Thought Leaders Forum. We wish to sincerely thank all of you who have contributed to this ongoing Pan-Indo-Caribbean and Pan-Indian Diaspora Global Project. We have been here every single Sunday for 229 weeks. We have featured 1,052 presenters from all parts of the world. This is a weekly forum being hosted by the Indo-Caribbean Cultural Centre, a legally registered research and publishing company operating since 2010. In order to continue this weekly programme and to make it bigger and better, we are asking for suggestions and volunteers. If you'd like to be involved, please contact Dr. Mahabir for details. So let me introduce our moderator today, who is Shakira Mohammed. She has 2 degrees, one in business management and the other in education, with a focus on special needs education. She has been a teacher for the past 16 years. Hello, Shakira. Welcome.
Thank you, Amanda. Assalamu alaikum, namaste. A warm welcome to all of you, and thank you for choosing to be here with us today. This program is being recorded on Zoom and live streamed on our YouTube channel of the Indo-Caribbean Cultural Center, and we want to welcome all of you on YouTube at this time. To avoid intrusions from trolls, our IT manager has muted everyone. So speakers, please do not admit anyone, do not unmute anyone, and do not allow anyone to share your screen. Thank you for your cooperation. Our program today is about the movie BIM, which was written by Raoul Panton and released in 1974. So this movie was released just after the Black Power Revolution in Trinidad in the 1970s. It highlights the political tensions between Africans and Indians. Panton wrote a fictional story about a young Indian boy, Bhim Singh, played by former politician Ralph Maraj, from whom you will hear later, who, having never left the sugar estates in central Trinidad, had to come to terms with African-dominated Port of Spain in the days before independence. Political rivalry and violence within the Indian community form part of the backdrop of this movie. The script may well have been influenced by the career of Bhadase Sagan Maraj, who was born in 1920 and became the sugar industry's trade union leader and later an opposition politician. He reportedly wore a gun at all times. Tomorrow will mark the 53rd anniversary of his passing, hence the choice for the topic today. And you will hear more about him later from former politician and author Devant Maharaj. The movie BIM was released as ethnic and political tensions were being inherited by a new generation, with unrest in the sugar industry and the emergence of a new opposition leader, Basti Upande. So for your viewing pleasure, and we hope you all have your popcorn ready and your snacks. Our IT manager, Daryl, will play the entire movie first, which is about 1 hour and 41 minutes long. Then we will have our two presenters speak and take questions and comments after. So, Daryl? Daryl, we're not able to hear what is going on right now. One moment, we'll fix that with the volume and we'll just check it with you all. So as we wait, I know there were persons who were very anxious for this program.
विश्वानि देव सविदुर्दुरितानि परासुव यद्भद्रं तन्न आसुव। हे सकल जगत के उत्पाद करता, समग्र ऐश्वर्य युक्त शुद्ध स्वरूप, सर्व सुखों के दाता परमेश्वर, आप कृपा करके हमारे संपूर्ण दुर्गुण दुर्व्यसन दुखों को दूर कीजिए। जो कल्याणकारी गुण कर्म स्वभाव वाले पदार्थ है वह हमें प्राप्त कराइए। ओम हिरण्यगर्भ समवर्तताग्नि भूतस्य जातः पतिरेक आसीत् सदाधार पृथिवीं ध्यामुदे मां कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम। जो स्वप्रकाश स्वरूप है और जिसने प्रकाश करने हारे सूर्य चंद्रमा आदि पदार्थ उत्पन्न करके धारण किए है, जो संपूर्ण जगत का प्रसिद्ध स्वामी चेतन रूप है, जो सब जगत से सर्वमान था, जो हम भूमि सूर्य आदि धारण कर रहा है, हम लोग उस सुख स्वरूप परमात्मा की योगाभ्यास और अति प्रेम से विशेष भक्ति किया करें। ओम भूरग्ने स्वाहा, ओम इदमग्ने प्राणाय स्वाहा, ओम इदम वायवे अपानाय स्वाहा, ओम भूर्भुवः स्वाहा।
हला बला हला बला चलेला डोला रे रामा हो, हला बला वागे जनमाला हो, तुमो के चले
Nice, man. Just give him a little time. And it's here, Anna, you'll be married. This is the happiest day of my life, daughter.
What are you doing later tonight?
No.
Can see you later. Why? See you later, right? Well, we got Harry. Harry dead, Baba. He ain't gonna cause you no more trouble again.
And Charlie?
Charlie, get away.
Both of them. I tell you to get both of them. You think Gopal will stop causing trouble once he have one of his sons alive?
Oh, God, Baba. We catch them, but they run away. We chase them all morning. We get Harry. But Charlie slippery. I still have some of the boys looking for him, you know. But if he get home, we can't reach him. Gopal still have plenty guns.
I can buy Gopal guns when he alone. You get out there and get that Charlie boy, even if you have to walk inside Gopal's house and bring him out. And don't come back here until you bury that boy.
Baba, by this time Gopal done call police. They must be all over the place.
Since when we paid police? I ain't taking no excuse. Sukhdev, you get out there. Take every man we have and make sure that when I talk to Gopal tomorrow, I'm talking to a man who just lost 2 sons. Move!
This man is the father.
Yes,
Father to everybody. Only remember when he was just a poor sugar worker like we? Well, Bhagwan Singh have brains. He formed a union for we.
Oh, yes.
He give the company pressure. And now they afraid he. And if they afraid he, they afraid we.
Friends, I ain't no speech maker. The only speech I know is to tell them company boss that we labor is all they have. And they gonna have to pay for it. Friends, today a mine off my only daughter. But that is not an occasion for speech. My only son is already a boss in the field. I'm sure that one of these days he gonna take over for me. And he gonna do better for the sugar workers than Wolfpack one. Friends, I is a happy man tonight. But a happy man don't make no speech. He does only sing he joyously.
Bhagwan, it's me, Charlie boy. And it's me you're looking for? Well, look me out here. I'm right in your yard. Come outside. I'm right here waiting for you.
Friends, carry on. Carry on. The fools of this world can't stop Bhagwan Singh's happiest night. Go and stay here. Since when does any man dare interrupt my daughter's wedding? That is an impertinence. It ain't gonna happen again.
This is where Aunt Babsy lives. Babsy! Babsy!
Oh, it's you. I thought it was the blasted meter man. He does always come on Mondays, just when I'm washing up the dishes. So this is Bhagwan boy.
This is your Aunt Babsy. She go take care of you.
Come in now, come in.
Ready, boy? I thought he was sending he here this morning.
He in his room. He's probably sleeping. He must be tired, poor little fella.
The family ain't giving no money to help mind him.
What happened? You can't mind my nephew? You never give me no children of my own.
What do you ask you think I is? A rich man? You know how much money I just get down on them ducks?
I know. I used to know once when he did first get me to come to town and live with you. But that was 5, 6 years ago. You turned beasting. And all that damn gambling.
Look, woman, don't start now, eh? I ask you a simple question. Where the money, woman?
What you want money for? And it's Friday you get paid?
Yeah. Well, I lose every cent in a game of wacky. And I want $20.
$20? Jesus Christ. You think even if I had $20, I would give it to her good for that night? You?
Where the blasted money, woman? You barely asked me? Where the damn money?
Oh, God,
Kill you, yeah? Kill your ass. Where the money asking you? Money not pan up there. So you is a Bhagwan boy, eh?
What you tell him for? What you tell him for?
They say your father was a real bad John. A real bad man. That true, boy? When I talk to you, you answer me. Let me get that straight right from the beginning, right?
It's for the boy education.
Don't worry. I'm going to fix up your education. I know I'm a good teacher. I'm going to arrange it. You have books for school, boy? Well, don't worry, boy. Your Uncle Bolo go fix up everything.
Well, boys, we have a new pupil today. Beam Singh, stand up. As you can see, Beam Singh is from the country. From the country. And he come to town to learn tongue ways. Right, Beam? Right, Beam? Come up here, boy. This is your first day in my private lessons class. And the first lesson all them boys learn is, what is it, boys?
Respect, sir.
Respect. Put out your hand, Mr. Singh. Put out your hand, Mr. Singh. Next hand, Mr. Singh. You don't turn your back on me until I dismiss you. You may return to your seat now, Mr. Beam. Now, boys, open your books and turn to page 1 and study the basic elements of English grammar. As usual, I will be preparing other work for tomorrow's classes. One year you man got to fix up.
For you.
Don't worry, boy, you know. You only getting on so because you're new and you like the show. So with them coolie from the country, they're soft. Give me back my book, please. What book? Who book? Book? Which book that? Please, you take away my book. That's a coolie boy. You gonna have to learn a few things here in tongue. And what Godzilla can't teach you, I go teach you. I's a good teacher. And quartas is what I just teach.
Hold on, boy, from there. Hold him.
Where you passing to go home this evening?
Let me turn to this boy.
You ain't got it on.
All right, boys. Class dismissed.
All right, sir.
Take them on, sir.
Sir, Sir,
What do you want?
sir, the boys, they want to kill me.
Kill you? Kill you for what?
Sir, I don't know. Maybe because I'm Indian.
You blasted people. All you think about is killing, killing, killing. Why you to go and get your cutlass and chop them up?
But sir, you have to help me.
Help you? Look, boy, don't make me laugh.
We that coolie bitch.
You must be hiding in school. Look him coming, look.
Look, I'm in no trouble, that's all. They left me alone.
Draw a line, draw a line.
Cross that line. Cross that line to go home. I go cross this line, boy. And it's dead, you're dead then.
The boy is a blasted criminal. Just like your damn family. A set of criminals. Is police he go bring in this house now?
Beam, how you could do this to we? Boy, we take you in. And Bolo arrange lessons for you. And you stab a boy. Oh, God.
A little fight. But you stab up everybody like you're gone mad. It's only lucky that Pinhead ain't get stabbed serious. Now what the ass we gonna do with you, eh? Mr. Hodgson say he ain't want you in his school. So what you going to do? Idle all day? Play the ass like them limers on the bridge?
Bolo, no, God, no.
Well, if it's a bad John, beat me. Beat me now. You blasted little coolie idiot.
Oh, God, Bolo, don't beat up the boy now. The boy unlucky. It's bad luck. His father just dead. It's hard for him, Bolo. It's hard.
So he could stab up people just because his father dead. So every time somebody father dead, they must go and stab up people. Nah, he's a bad John, like his father. Well, I go teach you who is bad John in this house, you hear me?
Do it again, do it again.
Oh, you're really bad in truth.
river water.
Jump high, jump low.
You ain't got no place to go on the street where the hunter be country hunted. Not even the lion can sleep in peace.
Monday, what you say?
It don't pay to live your life on the run.
Run quick is the policeman.
He have a way, the preacher man with his talk about what is right and what is wrong. He never had to stop in this Christian town.
Yeah, yeah, la ba la ba day.
Ba la ba baby, la ba ba ba.
Yeah, yeah, la ba la ba day.
Ba la ba baby, la baby, la ba.
What you win, boy?
What do you mean by baby man?
The mango green. The mango green, boy.
All the right mango, them high up on the bloody tree, man.
And why they climb faith? So they climb faith.
Tell them now. Tell them. You know how high them ripe mango is? The green one them is on the ground. We couldn't reach up there. Our man dog come and give us that trouble. Yeah, this one about a dog, you know.
What we could do?
Well, I have an idea.
Well, I hear it.
Right up, good tree.
Yes.
Come in. Take a smoke, baby. Take a smoke. Take a smoke, no man. Take one of them. You can't shoot by yourself. Take a smoke, no man, baby.
Yeah, boy. Take a drink, boy. Well, I did, boy. Just pass my people.
What do you mean I playing shit? You feel like you can't play pants? Man, look. Hey, Bim, where you going now, Bim? Look, you don't forget what you're doing, man. Well, it's up to all you. I can't do it alone. Mango Head, I check out this thing careful. It's easy. Look, all we had to do is go across there, stick the knife in that fella's throat, take the money, and move. It's easy, I tell you.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
What happened to all socks? You're backing out now?
If you say it's easy, it's easy.
All right, let me go. Let me go.
How's my partner? Your matches?
Oh, it's you, Beam.
Yeah, your own partner. And if you don't want this steel in your throat, you better hand over all the money you collect today. Like a nice boy.
Oh, God, Beam. You're going mad or what? Forget it, man. Give me money. Beam, what did you do this, man? You recognize you? You tell the police.
I will kill him.
But I ain't gonna tell nobody. Not even my own mother, father, the police.
Police! Jesus Christ, this is jail. I know they'll get in trouble. I tell you this damn shit.
Shut your blasted mouth. You ever back down this damn place?
No.
You just pretend we're friends, eh? Just full talking. And we go outside here and find out what you want. Move. Come, move.
Hey, thief, thief,
Like you let me go, what?
How I will ever let you go, girl? You know, Wabami?
Wabam? Yeah. Wait, Mom. You spending the night?
If I feel I will get treated right. Sure. Okay, 3 6s wins. Nothing. Okay, you take 3 6s. Same game, gentlemen. Stud. No wild card, no extra cards. Hey, Pavlin. Okay? No wild cards, nothing extras, but on the whole and full. An extra hand? This is no 10-cent poker beam. Just got it ready? Okay? I'm ready at you. 5. When you need some more, let me know.
Them sing! Police! Police! Leave sing!
Fold. Pass the cards in. How are you?
I'm seeing.
See? Are you better exposed? Might as well exposed. Two kings. With you?
I will.
How are you? I got the Jack Kings. That's yours. That's a nice band, boy. Sorry about that, but that's the game. Poker. All right, gentlemen. Let's roll it again. I'm gonna play down the river this time. 5 cards.
I check you out, boy. There's over $300 you lose there tonight. Where the ass you get that kind of money from?
Me and Mango Head and Tall Socks stick up a gas station in St. Lucian Road tonight. My mother asks, take off and leave me when a policeman come. But I get away.
You get away for now? They recognize you?
Yeah, a fellow in the gas station didn't know me.
Well, you could bet your life that the police done gone wrong by Babsy and they must be tracking you down like a dog. I could
could spend the night here. In Angela's room.
Yeah. You could spend the night. For me, I want no trouble with them police. So tomorrow morning, early, you better find somewhere else to go. And don't gamble no more here tonight. You're losing like ass.
Where I go, Wabam boy? Where I go?
Well, I'll go check out some people I know tonight. I'll let you know early tomorrow morning. But I ain't promising nothing. How much you raise from the gas station?
About $400.
And how much you have left on you now?
About $10 blasted dollars.
Well, you better hold on to that, boy. Because it might cost you to go where I go see if I could send you.
What happened if the police come here?
They won't give me no trouble. I just always pay my percentage on time. But this robbery business is something they feel like bloodhung about. It's a big thrill for them to run down a man who thief and catch him. That is their working life. Go in there now and keep your blasted self quiet till I come and see you.
They have no key for that door?
But you're moving away without the corporal. You have a car outside, you go drive your day. Don't argue now. Just come with me.
What is this man in Cedra's name?
He named Bexley or Wexley or something so. But everybody really knows the captain. He used to be a fisherman before them small islanders make you rich and smart. And that man's smart, boy. Between bringing in them small islanders and smuggling down the main, he must be a millionaire by now. But he need young men like you. He getting old, and he can't go to them boats as often as before. Maybe you could be like our assistant to he.
Come here.
Morning, Joseph. I have a package to it.
Yeah, a frightened one.
Captain in a bad mood, so watch yourself.
When he does ever be in a good mood? But shit, I need a drink. I ain't get paid for delivering this package yet.
Well, go on to the captain. But go easy. We had a hard night last night.
All you had a run last night?
Yeah. Police launch bloody take we. Captain figure somebody tipping off somebody. It's the 5th time in the last 2 months we get away by the skin of our teeth.
Guys! I'm going mad in there! The place like a fucking oven!
You should check solitary confinement.
Who he?
That is the captain right-hand man, Tozo. He's the biggest badger in Port of Spain. BIM.
Captain 7 all you come, he wants to see all you.
Well, there we go, Mr. BIM.
Captain, Gala Wabamton, you reach.
Okay. I get a good report about you from Port of Spain, boy. I hear you bad.
People will say all kind of thing about me. I only try to stay alive.
Well, that is what a man have to do, boy. Stay alive. You stay alive and you go stay there. And with the ass is the point of that. Any trouble on the way up, Joseph? Nah, man. You know I know my business. Ah, yeah. You know your business. I'm gonna give you that. All right? So we're gonna show you where you're gonna sleep. And tonight we're gonna talk about work. I hope you could work hard.
I never do a day work in my life.
Well, boy, one thing you're gonna learn out here is work. You're gonna make up for all that work you never do. Don't worry. Captain, I have something you forgetting? Where's that now? Well, I ain't get paid for this message yet. What about me fix you up? No, he say you go take care of me. Oh yeah? Well, Wabam get the wires crossed. You go back uptown and tell him that. He's supposed to fix you up. I tell him that since last night. Wabam tell me you cut off a man's hand once. That is true?
Not the whole hand, just a few fingers. The man wanted to kill me?
Well, they say from what I hear, it had a time when Gold Teeth himself was looking for you.
Yeah, you could see that. I was younger then. Many years back.
Tell me about that. You know, I used to know Gold Teeth when he was a little boy. Now I hear he's a big bad John. He does drink?
Yeah.
Tell me about the time when you and Gold Teeth had a clash.
Well, only once I see the Gold Teeth really in action.
Is you're looking for me a longish time now.
Who, me? Looking for who? You? Who's you?
A lot of men up in Boot Hill now refuse to call me Mr. Gold Teeth. But that is who I is, Mr. Gold Teeth.
Oh God, Mr. Gold Teeth. Oh God.
Hey. You sure you is the fella they call BIM?
Mr. Gold Teeth, I unarmed. I ain't traveling with nothing.
Well, look. I move in tonight with 2 guns.
Oh God, Mr. Gold Teeth, sir. I was only skylarking. You is the fastest gun alive. Me ain't challenging that.
Susie, this is the fellow who planning for my head for about 2 months now?
Himself. BIM. He's a big thing in Belmont.
Oh God, Susie. You know it's only joke I was making. Tell him now. Tell him now. Mr. Gold Teeth. Oh God! Mr. Gold Teeth. You killed me.
Sonny boy, I could have scalped you and you wouldn't know. I only mark you. You don't even need stitches. but you're going to have a scab day on your forehead for about a month. Remember who put it there. And don't tell nobody that Mr. Gold Teeth is not a man without mercy.
Well, boy, you really live. Imagine that little boy gets so bad.
I could tell you I move out there fast, and I never said put him to comfort again. I could have killed that bitch Susie. It's only afterwards I find out that she's Gold Teeth woman. Anyway, you fights and runs away.
In the morning, Beam Beam. Would he ask you get a name like that?
My real name is Bhim Singh.
Yeah. I remember now. Wabam, tell me you's Bhagwan Singh's son. Whatever happened to your family and them after they killed your father, boy?
My mother died about 3 years ago. I only hear about it. They tell me if I set foot in Caroni again, I will get killed. Did I shoot? Anita Reza. I hear my sister gone Venezuela. Me, no. Me and no family, really.
Well, sometimes it's better for a man to move alone. Family is tied down. Not just wife and children. Mother and father, too. I like you. I leave my mother and father house in Grenada since I was about 15. And since then, I never see none of them nor my brothers and sisters. But Chupul, every man just come in this world alone and going out alone.
I don't miss nobody. I ain't grow up close with nobody.
I do like this Beam Beam name. What about a name like Bim? That is a nice hard name. Bim, Bim, Bim.
Captain, I don't really care what people call me, you know. Beam, Beam, Bim, Bim. Same blasted thing.
First thing in the morning, we're going out to sea. You see and get an early sleep, because 5 in the morning is when we just begin work here.
Morning, sir.
Morning, Joe. Morning. You have some good news for me?
Well, sir, Marine Branch called us in yesterday morning. They picked up a boatload of Grenadans off Cedras. It looked as though they were expecting somebody else to pick them up.
That damned immigrant problem. Any leads on who they were expecting?
Well, nothing definite as a lead, sir, but there's talk.
Talk? So?
Well, sir, we do have our contacts out in the Cedras area, and they give us information from time to time.
And?
Well, there's a character out there who calls himself the captain. Nobody can really tell his name. He's a fisherman, of course. But we have reason to believe he's involved in this thing.
Reason to believe? No clear-cut evidence? Nothing that'll stand up in court?
Well, not yet, sir, but we could raid his place.
And find nothing, as has happened in over 24 places in the last few months we raided in that area. The governor's not very impressed by that kind of operation, Jones. He'd be over the coals about it. Says we're stirring up trouble. No, it's a hell of a problem, this illegal immigration. But we have to get the kind of evidence that'll stand up in court.
Yes, sir.
But keep me in touch. Personal reports, that helps, you know.
Yes, sir.
All you're getting from Baba Charlie's corruption. Where all the union dues all you're paying every month. All you see where the money going? Condition improving for all you? Look at all the children. They eating any better?
What about the next election? You could win the next election.
What the hell the next election had to do with how sugar workers starving? Because Baba Charlie robbing all the blind?
Baba said them nigga going to win the next election. And then is we going to catch we ass in this country?
That's only old talk. To keep all of them asking Baba a lot of questions all they should be asking.
Baba said the Queen gonna give the colony independence.
Yes.
And you know who the Queen give independence to? Them blasted nigga. If you think we catch hell under white people, wait till them nigga take over.
Yes. You have things that to talk about here. But Baba using race to keep all it down.
Baba boys. Leave the house.
This is the second shipment of cargo we lose in the last month. I talked with Grenada this morning. It's 40 people come on that last shipment. It have a traitor on board this ship. But don't worry, fellas. I know who it is long time. I was just waiting on this last shipment to make up my mind.
Who it is, Captain?
None other than Constable Joseph. Oh, yes. Apparently, Mr. Joseph was earning 2 salaries. One from the custom police and one from we. I know that since last month when he bring you. But you see how I handle him? I ain't tell him one word. I ain't even tell Waba. But I'm planning for that bitch. He's supposed to come here today.
What we gonna do, Captain?
That is my own secret. The only reason I telling all you is because me and Constable Joseph going for a boat ride later tonight. And if all you see him again and anybody asks, all you see him in weeks. Right?
Okay, Captain.
I would worry, William. The papers are full of it every day. The maids know it. They get more and more impertinent.
Well, how would you get if you thought you were going to be free? That's what independence means to them, you know, Miss Sweet. Freedom.
It was a mistake to have given up India. The blacks in Africa are catching on to that. And now it's spreading here. It's a very sad day for the Empire, William.
The bloody British Empire stopped existing except in people's minds when the war ended. The American Empire, Mary. I keep reminding you it's the American Empire now.
What a terrible idea about the future.
It always looks worse than it really is. Oh, come on, Mary. Don't be so depressing. Bad enough in that office.
They say you won't be commissioner if they get independence. They say they'll have a black commissioner.
They say this, and they say that. Every evening you give me these they say reports. Let them say, Mary. We've had a good life out here. I don't regret coming out.
It's going to change.
They say for the better. Let's believe them.
Lord, I hope it's not the office again.
Damn it.
Phone for you, Mr. Commissioner. She won't even walk across here to tell you anymore.
Right, Teresa. I'll be right there. I could hear her very clearly from the door, Mary.
It's exactly 8 o'clock, and we bring you the 8 o'clock news. The body of Corporal Leslie Joseph was recovered from the sea off Cedrus late last night. A fisherman reported to the police that the body was caught in his nets. The police have expressed shock at what they say is a cold-blooded murder. The British Parliament's debate today in the Trinidad independence issue reached a climax when the opposition leader...
Now, I mean,
Captain, the Commissioner of Police himself.
Melba? have guests. They might be wanting some refreshments.
Hardly, Captain, hardly. Our visit here is strictly business.
Well, Mr. Commissioner himself. Sit down, gentlemen. Sit down. Something to wet the throat, gentlemen? It's a hot drive all the way from Port of Spain at this hour.
Some juice, Captain.
Fresh orange juice, gentlemen. Squeezed only this morning. Melba?
Do you own a boat, Captain?
Indeed I do, Mr. Commissioner. I live off the sea. A poor fisherman.
You do well for a man who lives off the sea.
I'm a good seaman, Mr. Commissioner.
I should warn you, Captain. I've come here to investigate a murder. A murder of a policeman. You do know that anything you say will be taken down and made given in evidence?
You accuse me of murder, Mr. Commissioner?
I'm not accusing anybody. We have reason to suspect something, but I'm being dutiful, giving you the necessary warning.
Well, do your duty, Mr. Commissioner. A policeman must do his duty.
Thank you. Were you out in your boat 2 nights ago, Captain?
2 nights ago? 2 nights ago... Tuesday night. No. I wasn't out on that night. It wasn't a good night for fishing.
That means there were a few boats out that night, doesn't it?
Yes. I can't see why anybody would go out on a night like that.
Unless, of course, they were going out to commit murder.
Of course. I read it in the papers today, Mr. Commissioner. They say you was in charge of the case. So I suppose that is what you're doing here. And I am willing to cooperate in any way, Mr. Commissioner. I don't like murder, just like you. It's a terrible scene.
So please understand this. This upcoming election is not just about changing a government. The next step after this election is political independence. So you are coming out to vote for the government you want in an independent nation. Do you understand this?
Well, it's time. It's 4 months we just hiding in this damn place.
Captain said, better to idle than to hang.
I agree with that.
What really happened is this. They have a special shipment due. Captain get the message on it last week. He ain't really want to move out so soon. But the contacts in Grenada make him noise. They say if the captain has start handling shipments again, they gonna get another boatman.
kill you.
Fitzroy.
Fitzroy. This is a little too bright tonight, I think. Beam. Jesus Christ. What happened? What happened?
The police catch me. The captain, everybody. They set a trap for me.
Oh, God. When all this happened?
Tonight, sir. About 5-6 hours ago.
And how you get here? Anybody follow you here?
You think I saw us out?
Okay. Take it easy. We will have to think this out.
I'm spending the night here.
Listen, man, I ain't too sure if you could spend the night.
I'm spending the blast night here.
All right. Don't get excited. I'll go see what I could do.
Where Angela?
Angela? Angela left me long time, man.
Listen, man. The way I'm feeling tonight, I could either kill a man or sleep with a woman. What you think I should do?
Take it easy. Listen, you could use Angela's room.
I want a woman tonight.
Okay, I know how it is. It have a fresh young thing coming from the country today, sir. You want something so, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
I'll fix you up.
Listen, Babam. I know you're all excited by the captain getting pick up and thing, and you're afraid he go call your name. But don't do anything stupid, eh? You don't want me and you to fall out.
You come here and you ask me for help. I'm giving you that. You ask me for a woman. I'm giving you that. And I'm going and see if I can find a place for you to stay safe. What the ass else you want? Blood?
You trouble in this town. I have to hide. You think I could go back to the country?
Plenty trouble out there too.
Yeah, but that is a different kind of trouble. God, I don't know. I don't know. And now, why my life always full of trouble? Oh God, what I do? Sometimes I just think it's myself who killed my father.
Time to move out now. This thing over the radio, they set up all kind of roadblock and thing. It's serious trouble.
Yeah, tell him not now, you know.
Well, I parked in the backyard. You can drive it down San Fernando. He ain't know nothing. I tell him you're just in a little trouble.
All right. There you go. That girl, get you some other kind of work.
What?
She's not in this prostitute business. Get you a waitress work.
Beam, what happened? Your turn.
She's family of mine. Get you some other kind of work. I ain't asking you. I'm telling you.
Okay, I'll go do that. But come now, man, it's nearly morning.
I'm looking for a friend of mine. He named Jalwat. They tell me he live in here.
They have nobody named so living here.
Tell him my name is Bim. I's Bhagwan Singh's son.
I tell you, they have nobody.
Let him come inside. Let him pass through the back door. Who's that?
I'm looking for a fella called Jalwat.
What you want with Jalwat?
I's Bhagwan Singh's son. I heard this Jalwat fella is some family of mine. I just want to talk to him, that's all.
How I know you is Bhagwan Singh's son?
You remember Anna Visesa? And Babsi and Bolo, where they sent me when I was small?
I see your Aunt Babsi about 2 years ago. She tell me you was leading a life of crime. And you did run away from she house.
Boy, people they say all kind of thing about me. I heard Charlie burned down your house. And he say I dead long time.
What you want from me?
I want to deal with this Charlie. I have my reasons.
Well, we could talk now. Let me hear what you have in mind.
This is something bigger than just fighting with Charlie Gopal for the leadership of the union. This have plenty politics in it.
Well, look, I don't know too much about this politics business. But believe me, I know how to deal with Charlie Gopal.
We saying it have more to it than Gopal. This talk about independence, like a fever in this island. The fever ain't got cure.
An Indian have to look for their own interest in this thing. God know what will happen here if the British go.
I talked to Bim about that. I understand all that.
Yeah, I understand all that.
Understand is one thing. You have to work it out. How you can put that understanding into practice. We must get involved in this politics.
But look, I have a plan. All I want is a few men and all you backing me. That is all.
I used to go for your father. He was a good man. But he died like a fool. I ain't want to get mixed up with nobody who does that so.
I ain't planning to death. I could tell you that.
I know a lot of them frightened because they burned on my house. But me afraid, Baba Charlie, I come back to let he know that we have to form a proper union for the workers in this sugar industry. I say we have to move Charlie from the leadership of the union to form a good union, a decent union for the workers in sugar today. What only run away like sheep for? I say a new day arrive for the workers.
Move your ass out of the way.
Where the ass you think you're going?
Look, I don't know who you is, fella. But Baba Charlie sent us to talk to that Jalwat. And that is what we intend to do. So why you don't go home and just go and mind your cow, eh? You going mad or what?
Mad, not mad. Bad! Better than Baba Charlie. Better than his father Gopal. You go home and mind your cow if you want to stay alive in this war. But before you do that, tell Baba Charlie that BIM come back.
Who? BIM?
B-I-M. Tell him I is Bhagwan Singh's son. Ain't that? The way to fight fire is with fire.
I nearly pee my pants, man. Them was Charlie right-hand man. Oh, God, I say I'm dead when I see the car coming.
Well, you're very much alive. I just wanted to get Charlie blasted vexed. And I think I'd just do that.
What do you think will happen now?
You leave that to me. I tell you already, I have my own plans.
BIM, I don't want this thing to have murder in it, man.
Like he afraid police or what?
Police don't interfere with what happened up here. Not unless something very big happen. But I telling you, I fighting Charlie on a principle. How I could do that? If you were using the same principle Charlie using with the people.
I ain't using Charlie's method with the people. I'm using it against Charlie. Here, people. He's a thief and a murderer, right?
That is true.
That is true.
I know for sure.
Look, man, go back to playing your union game and leave me to my own game with Charlie. I know enough about him to know how to deal with him.
Boy, come back, eh? BIM. Yeah. That was the name. You know, I could have killed that little bitch one night if me aim was good as it is now. Bhagwan boy and Jalwat Singh is some kind of family. Well. I go do for that Jalwat and this boy who feel he's a man.
No, I don't want to drink right now. Look. That woman's doing half again.
Charlie. It's me. BIM. Remember me? Bhagwan Singh boy? You... like cat eat your tongue or what? You sure you is the big bad Baba Charlie everybody say they're afraid?
What?
His years are longing to see you, Charlie. I'm too glad to see you. You're looking good. You living well?
You Bhagwan boy.
You're bright. Bright, Charlie. Brightness could kill you!
Listen, man. We can make a deal. We can share. We can settle this thing.
Well, yes. You still come to settle this thing.
So all you prepare all yourself, because it's a new day in this sugar belt, and a new day for the Indian people in this country.
So Wabam didn't think I was serious, eh? All right, Kota. Bring the girl here tonight. Yes, here, tonight. And when you come here, I want to tell you about something. Wabam, know you bring she away?
Not yet, but you're going soon.
Bitch. I did warn him. Listen, Kota. This is what I want you to do.
Forming a party to fight the next general election and to protect Indian people interests. And today, we showing the whole of Port-au-Spain that we mean business, that we intend to protect we interests in this colony. Let the governor and them take note at the sides of the crowds here tonight. And let them hear your voice. Tell them who you want to lead you. BIM! People say I talk in race. But the only race I talk in is the race to the next general election. I say that Negro and Indian must live like one in this country. But if Negro want to live by themselves, Then, Indian accustomed to that.
Look at it too, yeah? Alone in this whole world. Let me go someplace.
Give me a drunk.
You know I feel deep for you.
I know that.
But you can't be happy here working like a servant.
I don't mind. It's better than...
Forget that. That finish. Yeah? I want you to have a good life.
I have a good life then.
You know, you is the only person in this whole big world that wouldn't stab me in my back. You know that?
I know that.
All I'm really suggesting to you, Commissioner, is that your sense of devotion to duty may overlook certain larger realities. The political situation in this island at the moment.
This man BIM is a criminal, sir. We've every reason to believe he was tied up in a very nasty case a few years ago. It involved a murdered policeman.
I remember it vaguely. The people out there have forgotten it entirely. They have other more urgent preoccupations at the moment, Commissioner.
Are they really getting independence after the next election, sir?
I doubt it very much. But the next election is only a year away. The politicians have started campaigning early because they think that's going to happen, independence. But it may be 3-4 years away. One really doesn't know, Commissioner. We live in odd times.
But you, as governor, are suggesting that, as a police officer, I allow political considerations to affect my duty.
I'm suggesting no such thing, Commissioner. I'm merely saying that word of your investigations into the affairs of this fellow, what's his name? BIM, you're probing about, has been drawn to my attention. And I want to put the thing in its proper context.
You really want me to drop the whole thing, don't you, sir?
You have a record as a very blunt man, Commissioner.
Well, that's really why you asked me here, wasn't it? You want me to drop the matter?
Quite frankly, Commissioner, yes. It could create a very embarrassing situation. Politics and race go hand in hand here. It's already been said that your interest in BIM is racial.
That's utter nonsense.
My dear Commissioner, I'm sure that it is. But when you deal in politics as I have to put up with a lot of utter nonsense. It makes the job less difficult. This man, BIM, is head of the Sugar Workers Union and political leader of an Indian party. He may be the next premier.
This is a real breakthrough, man. When the city governor invite we to the party, we really in politics.
This politics business is a pain in the ass. I was happy just talking to we people in the country.
a short walk by the savannah, Cutter, please. I feel I'm stifled in this place.
Bim say you never to leave the house without the permission.
Well, you could come with me. Just for a while by the savannah.
All right. Just a little walk.
I'm so impressed by all the good work you're doing for those poor Indian people.
Lady, if you're so impressed, why you don't come down in the sugar belt and help we cut some cane?
Bim, what the ass wrong with you? You drinking too damn much.
I can't take these blasted people. She's so impressed. Stupid bitch.
You know who she is? You know who she is?
Yeah, but you mightn't believe me, but I don't give a shit who she is.
Jesus. Bim, that fellow walking up to me now is Ben Joseph. He is the leader of the biggest black people political movement in town. Behave yourself now.
So you're the man they call Bim? Yeah. I's the man. You know, if you and I could get together, we could win an election. Nigger and coolie don't get together in politics, man. Well, I am not in this race business myself. So what are you talking to me for then? I'm talking about politics, one politician to another. You control the country. I could control the city. We ought to cooperate. When the election over, we go see who go control what.
Where the hell you going now?
Home. That's where I going. Home.
But you just can't walk out so? You have to tell the governor and the wife you're leaving.
The governor and the wife could kiss my ass. I sick and fed up at this politics thing. That is all you have me talking about. Power, power, power. Look at that nigger. He come and talk to me because he know I have the power and he want me to give him some. Shit!
Girl, you know, long I looking for you.
Drive your car, mister.
You see, man. You know she? She's the sweetest piece of ass in Port of Spain. Right, Anna?
You know who you're dealing with, friend. Drive your car now.
Stop! That is Anna? Stop the blasted car!
Bill, I want people for. Bill, Anna. What the hell? Bill! Oh, God. What the ass is this?
On the run!
What the ass? Oh, God, mister. Don't get me, kid. Don't shoot me. There's only some fun we was having. Mister, don't shoot. Don't shoot me.
No, no!
all alone in deep river water. Jump high, jump low. You ain't got no place to go on the street where the hunter be country hunted. Not even the lion can sleep in peace. Monday, what you say? It don't pay to live your life on the run. Run quick if the policeman. They have a way, the preacher man with his talk about what is right and what is wrong. He never had to stop in this Christian town. Yeah, yeah, la ba la ba ba. Ba la ba 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 la ba 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 ba. Yeah, yeah, la ba la ba ba. Ba la ba 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 la ba la ba.
Wow, everyone, that was a very intense film. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Right. So we know that Ralph Maraj was one of the actors and would have been one of the speakers today. Unfortunately, he was not able to join us. He made a comment where he described BIM as a victim of society, talented and ambitious, someone wanting to carve a place for himself for what he represented. But he ended up being a victim of the colonial society that we inherited and to some extent which still persists. So I will turn you now to our speaker that we have for this afternoon, Mr. Devant Maharaj.
Hi, are you ready for me to jump on?
Yes, I'll introduce you.
Okay.
So everyone, Devant Maharaj is a former government minister and executive member of the Mahasabha. He's currently a senior manager in Canada. And Devant is also the co-author of the 2013 biography of Bhadase Sagan Maraj. So welcome, sir. So you can go ahead and speak for 10 minutes.
Yeah, thank you very much, Shakira. I appreciate being included again in the Indo-Caribbean Cultural Center online forum. I've had a couple appearances over the years, and it's always a pleasure to be here. It's unfortunate that Ralph wasn't here. Every time I watch this movie, one has to wonder the unrealized potential of Ralph Maraj if he was in Hollywood or something like that, because Ralph acting there was so natural, so fluid, so engaging with the audience. His personality jumped off the screen, and it speaks to the kind of talent we have in Trinidad and Tobago so many years ago, and the lost potential of opportunities because of the smallness of the islands and the limitation of the economics of it. But in a critical review of BIM, and I know a lot of people over the years have drawn parallels between BIM and Bhadase, and I think that's what precipitated the showing today. But I hold a different view. I think it's really a stretch to make the connection for between the two. I think in the latter half of the film, when BIM became involved in the sugar union and then into politics, you could probably see a parallel there. But in the beginning, I think about 60-70% of the film, it is almost as if we wanted to have our own version of Al Capone, or the trucker for the all in the United States, Hoffa, and these in the personality of Bhadase. The use of the gun, while not unique to Bhadase at all, but when you marry that with a sugar union leader and you juxtapose that to the historical fact that Bhadase had the pearl handle revolvers, which he was well known for, I could see the parallel there. His in moving the sugar union into a political dynamic force was again one of the hallmarks of Bhadase leadership. There wasn't the element of the Mahasabha, the religious component of it, even though the beginning of the film you had that heavy Hindu iconographic images, and but that didn't trace itself throughout the film. And in the early parts of the film, you see with the abandoned boy and stuff, which is reminiscent of some of the early Bollywood films like Dosti and stuff like that, manifesting itself in the film. So I think it stretches a bit. It leans heavily onto some of the colonial stereotypes of the day, of the Indian-African divide, of the somewhat intellectualism, nascent as it is in Bhadase at the time, because I think he didn't have the opportunity really to allow that intellectualism to come forward. The familial bonds that BIM had, it reminiscent in the life of Bhadase as well. We have in the film BIM the issue of cultural identity coming across very clear, and a social commentary writ large on the whole film. So I think by and large, it gives a good snapshot in time. And when you look at it, and you look at Trinidad and Tobago today, you realize how much we have changed and over the years. The fact that you had the British colonial administrators pulling the strings in the background, that was clear. I felt Pantin should have developed that some more, because in Bhadese's life, he was one of the first leaders to really reach out to have that kind of alliance with Victor Bruce, Albert Gomes, within Trinidad and Tobago. And then when you had the 1958 election, he reached across the Caribbean with Bustamante and other leaders. Some of the letters that was exchanged between the two of them is reproduced in our book, Hostile and Recalcitrant, showing that he had this kind of Caribbean vision with other leaders. One particular, Mitchell, he sent animals for him in Grenada at the time. And in fact, the legacy of the DLP still lives on in parts of the Caribbean. In Jamaica, for example, the DLP is still alive as a political party. In Trinidad, it has undergone various incarnations with the same constituent base by and large. It is now called UNC. So the film, I think, didn't do fully. I don't think it was ever meant to be a biographical picture of Bhadase. It hints at some of the things with Bhadase. I don't think anybody ever accused Bhadase of murdering anybody. I haven't come across that in my research at all. He was known, there was the legend of Bhadase as a kind of gangster and thug and so on, but he was never charged for anything. And even within the mass, about persons who knew him, they never knew him as any murderer or any. I think he was a man of his times with his flaws as well as his attributes, and a leader that was required to pull together the Hindu community with the merging of the Sanatan Dharma Border Control and the Sanatan Dharma Association into the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha as one unit. Then the resting of the Sugar Union and organizing it in a strong force, and then uniting the two as a political force in Trinidad and Tobago against what he saw as a black hegemony encroaching on the possible rights of Indians. What he did for the Sugar Union, sugar workers, I think has gone underscored by all unions. One of the interviews we had was that Tate and Lyle, the Sugar Union at the time, and the sugar workers were on strike. And Bhadase was funding the sugar strike out of his own pocket. And he was reaching the end of his rope, and he got a call one day to meet him on a road in Caroni. And he came out of his car and he went in the car and he met none other than Sir Solomon Hochoy, the governor of the day. And Hochoy told him, hold out for one more week, the colonial authorities will buckle after a week. So that, I mean, as that one Trinidadian to another, it didn't have anything to do with India and Africa. And I think Ochai recognized that the sugar workers were being taken advantage of, and Bhadase was the only salvation for them. And because of that pulled out for the week, sugar workers got a much better wage at the time. And that struggle for better conditions for the sugar workers went on with Bhadase, from Bhadase with Pastor Pandey. And, Pandey eventually took over the sugar union by force from Bhadase himself. And eventually he challenged Bhadase with his own election, and Bhadase lost in 61. Afterwards, when he went up with SAT. So the Bhadase twilight had come to an end at that point in time. So I think the film really might just tease you into looking at the character of Bhadase, but it's not a true representation of what Bhadase really represented at the time.
Wow, so thank you very much. We are seeing some comments on the chat here. So what we'd like to do is, if anyone would like to ask their questions, please raise your electronic hand, and we would invite you to ask the questions to Mr. Maharaj, who is very well versed with Bhadase. So are there any questions? I know, Ms. Birch, you had made a comment earlier. Would you like to unmute and you can make your comments? I would also like to invite Kamaldev Rai. He was very anxious for this program and stated that he did research before the program, actually. So, sir, if you would like to join us. Actually, he's from India, so it's around 1 or 2 in the morning when at his time. So if
it is 2:24 at my side, and I am watching a program from 12:30. It was a fantastic and very well knowledgeable topic which I today. I'm so lucky that I joined this program, and I have no idea what question I asked to Mr. Maharaj, but I can say it is very knowledgeable topic which you guys selected for today.
All right, thank you so very much, sir.
It's your pleasure.
Would there be anyone else wishing to add? Well, Mr. Maharaj, if you would like to make your closing comments, you can go right ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I think the life of Bhadase has been one that has not been given enough attention in Trinidad and Tobago. And by extension also, Kapildev, the leader of the opposition that followed him as well. A lot of people focus on Pandey as leader of opposition and then subsequently as prime minister. But Bhadase as a leader really brought the Indian presence out of rural Trinidad onto the national stage at its very early formation of pre-colonial going into colonial Trinidad and Tobago, post-colonial Trinidad and Tobago. And his contributions in terms of negotiating with Roy Joseph, the PNM Minister of Education, and leveraging that position to get Hindu schools to provide an education for the Indian population, especially in rural Trinidad, has not been fully explored properly. His development of the schools and their impact, as well as providing some sort of counterfoil to the dominance of the Afro-Trinidadian in Trinidad and Tobago space, needs still to be fully explored. And when you look at today, some of the organizations that he left behind, the All Trinidad, which is virtually non-existent, the Mahasabha, which is politically castrated and religiously castrated, and the UNC, which is drunk on its own medicine. One would have to wonder that if Bhadase was alive today, he would be sorely disappointed on the institutions that he helped build, and where their leadership have dragged them back down to even pre his rescuing them.
All right. So I see Roseanne Kanahai have her hand raised. Please unmute. And you can ask your question.
Okay, am I unmuted? Okay, so by the time I put my hand up, I wanted to bring in something that Mr. Maraj actually did mention, which is the contribution of Bhadase to education. My first encounter with Bhadase, the person himself, not the movie, was when I wanted to teach at Lakshmi Girls. This was the only girls' school, secondary girls' school, and it was housed, I heard, in a building that used to belong to Bhadase and his family. And the building was really not in very good shape, but has been rebuilt since, very much so. And I want to say that the timing for me was such, and that, well, the Black Power movement was, giving and taking a lot of energy. And of course, I got involved in it, or found out about it, or learned about it, or knew about it. And at one point, I was actually invited to an NJAC meeting. And I was like, I really should not be there. Why am I going? This is a scary place to me. And I was, the person who invited me assured me that no one would tell me I should not be there. Okay, I was like 19 years old at the time. So I did go, and I saw the pride, the yearnings, the pain, the strength of young, mostly men, as they were reclaiming their African identity. And I thought to myself, what does this mean for me? And within a few days, I went to see Mr. Maraj Bhadase. And I said, I need to teach at Lakshmi Girls. I need to go there and connect, because I was teaching at the time. I was just out of high school. This is where I need to go and connect with what I have lost. People are losing, African people, they are reconnecting with what they think they have lost. To some extent, I have lost. I haven't lost everything, but I need to get a stronger connection with Hindu culture, my ancestral culture, and Lakshmi is the place I wanted to be. And I did meet Mr. Maraj, and he did, at the time he was not very well, so he had a bed in his office, and he did have a gun. And this is the first time I had actually seen a gun. And I said, and I told him, I said, I'm not completely Hindu, because my family, we went into Christianity to get education, so I'm not completely Hindu, but that is my ancestry, and I hope you will let me teach at a Hindu school. And he did let me teach at Lakshmi Girls, where I stayed for about 5 years. And I think we need to celebrate and bring to attention more, as Mr. David Maraj mentioned, the contribution that he made, not only to Lakshmi Girls, but even more so to Hindu primary schools throughout, areas that had been neglected in Trinidad. So I want to make that comment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Maraj, do you want to make any?
No, I want to totally endorse that testimony of somebody who interacted with Bhadase. And I think the impact of Bhadase on education, on the Indian community, where, for example, in Penal, where he built a school in every trace. So you have Ramai trace, you have Tulsa trace, and so on, to ensure. And the reason why he did that is because Indians at the time didn't want the daughter to go far to school. So he said, okay, he built a school in every trace. So so his impact, not only on Indians as a whole, but for Indian women, right? And gender and so on, right? And this was in an era where the stereotype is today that Indian men somehow suppress Indian women as a large group, right? And here it is, Indian leader who's known, has a reputation of being a thug and a violent man, and he's a sugar union, and he is there trying to set up schools to have every girl child be educated. When you compare that to the day in the Afghanistan Taliban run country, where they're not even allowing girls to come outside their house, you would see how far that stereotype needs to be shattered. And going on the education aspect, how many engineers and doctors and so on would have been benefited from that?
Definitely. I see Mr. Ramnaresh Dwarka has his hand up. Please go ahead, sir. Are you able to unmute?
Yes.
Great.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing you quite clearly. Go ahead.
Yes, and I spent look at the whole movie. It's the first time I'm looking at it. And all through the movie, I was trying to make a parallel. And the character in the movie really did not just except like Mr. Maraj said, the trade union movement. Yeah, I could see him being the strong arm kind of person. But aside from that, I don't think it really developed that character as Bhadase Sagan Maraj. I met Bhadase Sagan Maraj. I have not done his biography or read it, but I have followed his life. I grew up in Debe. I went to Debe Hindu School. Bhadese's guru was Janki Prasad Sharma. I went to Mr. Maraj for a job in the Gasparlo Hindu School. It was a very interesting experience because I had wavy hair in that time, very wavy hair. He looked at me and he said, "Boy, we want to get teachers who could teach Hindi," because he thought I looked mixed. I said, "But I could read and at the time I could read and write Hindi." He said, "You could read and write Hindi?" I said, "Yes," and he gave me a book. I'm not too sure if he was able to read, but I read it and well, I didn't get the job at the time, but I wanted to say that the character that I knew as Bhadase Sagan Maraj was someone that I always admired. Yes, I knew he was very strong. It was alleged that he had gangster people around him, and he was able to really twist the arm, even of Eric Williams, at the time. But he gave a lot of charity. I knew of organizations that will go almost daily. They'll go to Mr. Maraj, and he never turned people back. That was the story I got. That he never turned anyone back when he came to do a bhagwat, a yag. And yes, and in terms of education, his name will always be remembered in Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Ms. Leela Ramdeen, I think you were trying to unmute.
Yes, the icon is not here on my screen. Just to put my 2 cents worth, as Devant is my cousin and he would know, my father, who was one of the MPs on the DLP party in the first independent parliament, 61 to 66, he and I only know about Bhadase Sagan Maraj from what my dad used to come home and tell us. And indeed, I don't want people going away and thinking that what we saw in BIM is what Bhadase Sagan Maraj was all about. He may have had thugs around him, but this man, we really haven't elevated him to the status he deserves in our country for what he has done. When we think of the negative views, as many know, I fight for social justice. I'm a Douglas. I fight for justice for everybody. And to call those schools that he built cowsheds really does a disservice to the man. As my father said, he's the one when Rudranath Kapileo came back and was appointed leader of the DLP, he asked my father to help him settle in. Because remember, he was during all that time in England and really hadn't been in Trinidad for a long time. So I know from my father's work with him that he was a generous man. He was a man passionate about elevating the Indian community to a level where everyone can participate in society, including women. And Devant is right. You know, when we look at the Taliban now, where women can't even speak when they go out, they can only speak in their homes. We have come a long way, and we owe that to people like Bhadase Sagan Maraj. So I hope one day, you know, he will have some commemoration of his contribution in a more meaningful way. And I'm thankful to my father for sharing all the lovely. I remember Pa saying that he had a meeting with him when he felt that Pa was spending too much time with Rudranath. And he went there and he had a gun with him, you know. And he said to my dad, "Your ass is black with me." But it was because he felt he had spent too much time with Rudranath and not with him. But those were days when the Indian community were trying to find a space where, in fact, remember, indentureship had finished and there was no real equity or equality. And so it took people who were brave and who were able to speak out and take action and mobilize support. Because you had to be a kind of leader who would be able to click your finger and people would take action. To build all those schools at a time when there was a lot of fear, you know, in the country about interracial strife, etc. We owe him a lot. We owe him a debt of gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. And with those,
I want to add to Leela there, and I mean Leela, my cousin, as she said, was it hits it on the head there that we have in Trinidad writ large a negative stereotype of bodies, but that was developed in the era of bodies when the media was Port-of-Spain centered, when it was controlled and dominated by non-Indians whose political aspiration was seeing itself manifested in the form of the PNM. So it was, I think, natural, it may have been conscious or unconscious, to vilify and demonize bodies who wanted to challenge that political control that the PNM had, whose media houses saw themselves reflected in. But also, Bhadase, his philanthropic nature, as Leela hinted at, has also never been fully recognized, because a lot of what he did came from his own pocket. Now, granted, there were a lot of donations from the Indian community. People donated land for schools, land for mandirs, and they contributed. And when they donated for the Mahasabha, they gave to the organization. But it was Bhadase who gave of his time, because he made himself wealthy with after the war, transport buying stuff from the base and so on, you know. And he recognized talent. I think that's the other thing. Bhadase wasn't lettered himself, but he could recognize somebody like Balgobin Ramji, Leela's father, who wrote extensively under the name Cassandra at the time as a anonymous writer. As you know, Cassandra in Greek mythology was given the curse that she could prophesize the future, but she was cursed that nobody would ever believe her prophecies. And I think Balgobin was a man of letters, very intelligent at the time, well beyond 99.9% of Trinidadians, Indians in particular. And Bhadase recognized somebody, a young Balgobin Ramdeen, that this was somebody he should have around him. And there were others like him as well. And I mean, Leela could probably talk to some of the contemporaries that her father had. But Bhadase recognized the brilliance in somebody like Balgobin Ramdeen to say, listen, I need this man around me. It's better he be with me than with the PNM, right? And Balgobin could have easily gone across the PNM. I mean, Leela could tell you about many overtures that was made to Balgobin. But Bhadase engendered that sense of loyalty that even today, families that were loyal originally loyal to Bhadase, their children and grandchildren still have that sense of loyalty, which I say foolishly, because they support people in the Mahasabha right now that shouldn't be there, right? Only on the strength of Bhadase, right? But that's a different subject there now.
All right. Well, thank you so very much, sir, for always coming and joining our program. And thank you so very much for giving freely of your time and your expertise, and for your knowledge and skills. And we want to thank everyone for joining us today. So due to time, we will formally close, and I'll ask Amanda to formally close the program.
Thank you, Shakira. Thank you for being a great moderator, as always. Thank you to everyone for taking the time to attend and to participate. So this is a public meeting and it's being hosted by the Indo-Caribbean Cultural Centre. Feel free to contact the ICC to publish your books. If you have any suggestions or would like to give a donation, please contact Dr. Kumar Mahabir for details. Our topic next Sunday will be, should India provide refuge to its victimized descendants in the diaspora? Very interesting topic. Thank you to the advisory and planning team led by Dr. Kumar Mahabir. Thanks to our IT consultants, Daryl Gransam and Naveen Mungal, who have been advising on recording the program, which will be uploaded on our website. And thanks to Daryl again for designing the poster and Ravin Ramsingh for doing the social media marketing, and Mariam Mohammed for producing our TikTok videos. So please visit, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to see all our past recordings. So I'm Amanda van der Helm from England saying goodbye and Yavad.